I'll be here on that.
I'm Stan. My co-host is John Clayton here. This is our last event of our third season.
Last hurrah.
And I'm happy we got through them all. I think we created something kind of nice here. I haven't been to any of the events in Toronto. There's an awful lot of them. And the people who have been there tell me that it's a whole different scene altogether. They're little events. There are not too many people attend each one, and they're all very specialized. And this is completely different. We've got every age group coming. We have all kinds of genres of poetry, representatives from everything. So anyway, I'm really happy with how it's gone over these 3 years. It sort of feels like we've become an institution in London. Hopefully we will. We're not yet. An institution is something which is permanent, and I'm not going to be permanently here doing this forever. I've decided I will do 2 more years maximum. And so we have a group working with us. It's not just me. And part of the reason for that is so that this will continue on after I fade out. And so hopefully they'll still be around, these people, and we'll carry it on, and maybe others will join. Definitely a group is much more stable than one person. Well, than this person, put it that way. Yeah, that was unscripted. Yeah. So, okay, we're lucky we got through 3 years. And actually, it is with the help of the group of people around. You know, I wouldn't have done it by myself. I would have just collapsed after like 4 or 5. So anyone who wants to get involved in it and become part of it as it, takes its new phase into the future, talk to one of us, and there's all kinds of jobs we can give you, and you'll definitely won't be just sitting around. And we are in alphabetical order because we're a group of equal people. John Clayton. Kevin Hessel. Oh, not quite in alphabetical order. Frank Davey, who's not here tonight. Shelley Harder, who is in backpacking through Europe right now. Geez, I wish I could. I asked her, "Can I come with you?" And she just kind of stared at me. Carl Lapp, who is here, yes, right back there. We have a brand new member, Sebastian Rydzewski, who is behind the video, taking the video. And I am now 65 years old, well 3-4 months ago, and getting used to it. And I retired, so I actually have a little bit more time in my hands than I used to, and less pressure at least. And so I'm thinking of doing something that I thought of about a year ago, I think. And I think I have enough time and energy to do it now, which is sidewalk poetry. I was going to try and get the city interested in doing this, which St. Paul, Minnesota has done successfully for some time, and which any of you who weren't here then, it amounts to this. When they make a repair on a sidewalk anywhere and pour new concrete, one of the guys from the city comes out with a stamp made out of 2x4s and plywood and little letters, and stamps a poem into that bit of sidewalk.
Good idea.
And it's there forever, or at least until it wears down, which is close to forever. And they've done it really successfully in St. Paul, Minnesota. Last I heard, there was like 700 or 800 of these stamped around the city in just like 6-7 years since they started. And you know, they have a website where people, there's a map on it of all of these, and you can set up a little journey for yourself by bike or by car or something, go around and read them. And they're all short poems. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up is because St. Paul, Minnesota has 7 judges, because there's an awful lot of poems come in every year by the people of the city in hopes that they will be picked. And these 7 judges are required to go through all these. And so we may need more than our little group here, is what I'm saying, if I'm successful in getting the city to do this, which I'm going to try over the next few months. Another thing is the Ontario Poetry Society is going to have in August 16th, right here, they're having a get-together. And the Ontario Poetry Society is called the TOPS, TOPS. And they have about 200 members throughout Ontario. I happen to be the London chapter manager, they call it. And so if anybody's interested in, it's a very social thing. They have meetings in different cities around the country, around the province. Poetry readings. They have books that come out 3 times a year. Everybody puts a poem in there. A lot of things go on, and if anybody's interested in coming to the August 16th get together, you can ask me about it, or just come. You know, it's right here, right? So, and if you do, you can get involved in this big group, and it's fun. We had a surprise announcement a little while ago. Andreas Grip, who's one of our best supporters of London Open Mic, decided to retire from writing, performing, and publishing his poetry. And I wanted to say something special about it because you know, Andreas, well, put it this way, he was the first person I contacted when I was trying to get this thing together. I had no idea what to do, and I got a hold of Andreas, and he gave me a lot of good advice. And he had several reading series of his own previously, so he knew how to do it and what's going on. Gave me the names of a lot of local poets to ask to feature, which I appreciated because I had no idea. And him and Frank Beltrano gave me the name of this venue, so we're lucky to be here. This is the most beautiful poetry venue in Canada.
Probably true.
Right? How could it not be? So anyway, this is Andreas's last, at least unless we can get him out of retirement at some time in the future, this is the last time he's going to read at the open mic here. Okay, today we're going to have John B. Lee. And right after he reads, there's going to be a question and answer period. So while he's reading, if anybody thinks of anything they'd like to ask him, memorize it and ask him, put your hand up afterwards.